Right?
No, the
All right,
best
I
part,
think we're
the
gonna go
best
live
part is
now.
like the
I
best
think we're
part is
going
that he
live now.
always start by
I
saying,
think
"I
we're going
pressed the
live now.
button."
Ah, damn it. Damn
Sure
it.
this time?
I hope so. There we go.
Okay.
Does it sound
Yeah,
There
okay,
we
here
go.
we
everyone?
are. Here we are. Here we are. We're good to go.
Oh, okay. Oh, gosh. I'm still getting used to this OBS start. My bad, everybody. We are live, and yeah, I'm gonna have to do all that I just did. I'm gonna have to do it all over again. Welcome everybody to another episode of Game Set Live. We have got some news for you all. We've got some developer direct cuts to show everybody as we talk about it. And on screen is Hi-Fi Rush. I put in about 4 hours into this game yesterday, clipped the best bits, and yeah, got a great guest for y'all tonight. Ultimus Gaming can't be here. We're going to start with the panel. Fabio, sir, how are you? How are things in Brazil? What have you been playing?
I'm fine. I'm just dying because of the fucking heat here in Brazil because Jesus Christ is so hot. By the way, I just would love to. I just want to point out that I love the fact that we messed up the beginning of the show, especially because every show Bob loves to say, "I pressed the button." I just love that. That's the best part.
Well, I
But
did
yeah,
press the
what I've
button
been
in
playing.
OBS, but it was the wrong damn button. My bad.
Fair enough. But yeah, what I've been playing, Jesus Christ, what I've been playing? I've been playing Halo, I've been playing Fall Guys, I've been playing also Hi-Fi Rush, really enjoyed the game. I just beat the second boss, I'm really loving it.
Noise.
I'm, I'm also playing, I just started playing GoldenEye 007. I'm so excited for this because Jesus Christ is from my favorite studio ever, so yeah. I'm a rareware bitch, so yeah, I don't care.
Oh, we are aware
And
your dedication is definitely. If Rare made a Halo game, I think you would die happy.
uh and also and no, I don't care. I will much more prefer a new Banjo Kazooie, simple as that. And I've been playing also. What else have I been playing now? Gears of War. I play a little bit of the multiplayer. I suck as fuck there, but yeah,
You got to
here
be
Gears
we
is
good
are.
with
not
the
a
Nasher,
game
man.
anymore.
I suck as fuck. That's an interesting slogan. There you
Yep.
go.
Oh
he
my
is.
goodness.
Yeah, I
But
while I fuck, but that's
monetization.
a different story.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That's our monetization going away, boys.
No, it's not. We're set to not for kids. Mr. Bushido,
Ooh.
sir, have you been playing anything, or have you been tidying your
Hiding my
gaming?
buys?
Yes, for 007 and Dead Space remake this weekend.
No, I have not been tied in my buys for 007. Maybe, just maybe, I have been for Dead Space. Big time, maybe even. I saw some of the reviews and videos, and I have been very, very pleased with what I've seen and the reviews I've heard. Very pleased.
Yeah, it does sound
And I have been
very
playing games.
promising.
Just finished Octopath a few days ago, and I am now addicted to Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah.
How far did you get in Octopath?
I finished all the main stories. I still don't know how to get to Finish Gate.
You have to do a certain last quest. Hit me up in the DM. I'll walk you through it. But it's a clusterfuck if you want to do it. Trust me.
Oh my god, I can't hear you. You spitting facts and knowledge. I can barely hear you.
I said it's a cluster. If you want to DM me, I'll let you know how to get to it. But it is a cluster. You're going to be grinding your ass off in that game to get to the last
Everybody said the
boss.
same thing. They said it's not just as easy as just going there. And I was like, oh, all right. So I figured I'd grind an hour a day, with some of the characters to get them up. So because I know you got to use all 8 of them. So I said
You're gonna have
I
to go
grind to
max
get them
on
up.
all. You're gonna
Hmm?
have to go max on all of them.
Got you.
So if they're not maxed out, then you can forget it. You're not going to hold a
Got you.
chance.
Got you.
But DM me, I'll let
Well,
you know how to do it.
I love the game though. The game's got me spoiled on JRPGs. I'm buying the new one on PlayStation. I have to. It's just that good.
I knew you were a pony.
Well, it's only released on the PlayStation. If it was released, even if it was a time released, I would wait then. But it's not, unfortunately.
I call bullshit. No, you wouldn't have.
Hey, listen, if I find out it's just a time exclusive, you don't have to worry about it then. I'll wait.
Hey, Bushman, don't worry about them. This is a console agnostic podcast. Remember, that's what that's our slogan.
Why.
Right?
That's
I'm gonna
why
test that.
we can throw
that tonight.
That's why we can throw the pony and the Xbox around, and it be taken with love.
Okay.
Love.
Wait, Bobby, did you even start the show with your new catchphrase? You did
I did the first
but...
time, but not the second time. But I'm gonna get through the panel first, sir. I'm gonna get through the panel. Okay. Mr. Noof Nukem, sir, how have you been? I know you haven't been playing Hi-Fi Rush because you don't have Game Pass, which is not very smart, but it's your prerogative, dude. I understand. So what have you been doing, brother? How you doing?
I've been on my PlayStation. That's where I've been, on the PlayStation. I'm good, man. I can't complain, and I'm glad to know that hopefully you have better success at touching your old lady before she knows you've started. So that's always a bonus, right?
Yeah, the way it started earlier.
Well, that's good, man. I mean, like I said, I can't wait to get into the topics. Got a great panel, and it's always good to hang out with my good buddy, Wise Old Gamer. Should be a fun show. So let's get right into the nitty gritty.
All right, Mr. Powerman 4K, sir. No longer the owner of a Series X, now an official pony. What have you been playing? And how have you been?
Or a PlayStation, sir. Or a PlayStation. So, and that one was voluntary. That one was voluntarily sent back.
Join the Series S community.
Oh, I have one of those. My kids have them. I guess that's my kids, though. I can't be
Console listener?
Yeah. I just got the PC for now. But I did try the Hi-Fi Rush. It's pretty cool. I'm not a huge rhythm game person, so for it to hold my attention, for the time that it has is pretty impressive. I've never really been like huge on that genre, but it's pretty cool. I think it kind of transcends just rhythm. Rhythm is a good baseline for it, but I think there's a little bit more there than just that, which is cool, and I think we'll talk about that later. But other than that, dude, I've just been grinding Apex, and I've been very patiently waiting for Hogwarts Legacy. I really can't get into anything else because I'm so hyped for this game. So,
all right, and this is your host, KY Bob, on Game Set Live, where the games matter and not the platforms you enjoy them on. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you're not, give us a like. Give us a like. It helps it out. Share us out. Tell a buddy or two. And get into the first topic right away. The game that you see on screen right now, Hi-Fi Rush, a shadow drop during the developer's direct. Now, I didn't hear a whisper about this possibly being a shadow drop until it happened. And it happened after Forspoken had already released. Forspoken released. Hi-Fi Rush came out, and Xbox said finish him. And it did. Hi-Fi Rush has outsold Forspoken. Wow.
Not bad for a Game Pass filler.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, fillers. Here we go. It's all
I
fillers.
bet it gets better reviews, and the fact that it went viral, that right there was the icing on the cake.
The meme.
There's also a better debate to be had regarding Japanese publishers. There was a time where people were saying Japanese publishers are dead. It used to be Japan, now it's America or Europe, whatever. But this goes to show you there is a resurgence coming in for Japanese gaming, and this is just a key point of that. So,
I agree.
To risk it for the biscuit in the chat, KY Bob has lots of rhythm. To the others in the chat, Gray Monad, Palpatine, It's Timmy, Thember, glad to see you all here for another show, another week, and another drop of the news and content. I'm sorry, Wise Old Gamer, I think because of my screw up at the very beginning, I skipped you when we restarted. And I did want to apologize. That's not something we make a habit of here on Game Set Live, especially when Bobby doesn't screw up like he did. Sir, please tell the audience what you have been playing and how you have been.
Look, it is a Thursday night. I'm on my lazy baby. I got some cheap penny in my hand. I just masturbated an hour ago. I'm ready to go. I'm sorry to say.
It sounded like a few minutes ago you were still in the bathroom.
I'm so.
when you get to my age, time sort of changes differently. I'm sorry. So
Jesus Christ.
Gotcha. He said the time is changing.
I'm so worried with how chaotic this show is going to be with Wise Old Gamer and Noof Nukem on the same panel.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be lovely.
It's like two bags of flaming dog shit on the same porch.
Hey, KY, I just found out you were married, so that explains why you forgot how to press the right buttons.
Damn.
God damn.
If you get any advice, don't ask me.
Who's the honorary secretary on this podcast? I need you to make a note that Wise Old Gamer does not come back on.
So I would like just to ask you, like, who the hell invited this guy? No, just kidding.
I told KY, if you want to ruin your show, invite me, and he still did. So, oh well. There you
Yeah.
go. So
Ain't got nothing to ruin yet, brother.
Injuries, man.
We're still grinding, baby.
No, but yeah, I was playing Metroid Dread. I never finished it to begin with because other games came in the way. So I went back and started finishing that. And then Hi-Fi Rush came out, and I've been playing that straight for the past 48 hours. Well, not straight because I got work that gets in the way. So I'm teaching some dumbass kids.
If you stick it in, you're going to get herpes, and you still stuck it in.
It happens. It happens.
But
no.
This is good.
I do want to get into this. We're going to start with let's start with our guest, Wise Old Gamer. Why do you think Hi-Fi Rush has really the community and I can't say just the Xbox community because the numbers I saw earlier were on Steam with it taken out for spoken as far as numbers go. Why do you think this game is so appealing? Because I've heard it called the spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio, and it does. It reminds me a whole lot of it. The art style, the beat play. What do you think? Why has this game been as successful as it's been?
Well, first of all, let's go ahead and identify the 800-pound gorilla in the room. As Xbox gamers, some Xbox gamers, we've been starving, right? So there's not been really a lot of compelling content. And then to have this super stylized game come out and be a shadow drop the day of the announcement, it just falls in line. Plus, yes, everyone has been comparing it to Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future, but I was comparing the art style between Hi-Fi Rush and Sunset Overdrive, and they have similar beats. Yeah, I know Hi-Fi Rush is cel shaded, Sunset Overdrive is not. I know Sunset Overdrive is more free open world, and Hi-Fi Rush is more of a rhythm game, but it scratches an itch. And it's nice. It's a small little segment. It's not something that really is heavy with undertones. It's just a nice little It's junk food, dude. It's junk food. It's fucking going in and getting Takis on when you're hanging over, when you're high as fuck. That's what it is, and it's wonderful. Just go in, play a few things. The music is great. Some of the some of the soundtracks is it from are from artists that we recognize, and it's just a wonderful game. It's short, it's concise, and yeah, I mean, and it plays well. I mean, there's no glaring glitches or anything like that. I've not encountered any that I've played, and it's a clean game. It runs smoothly, and what is there to complain? And it's not in 720p. Let's put it that way. So
yeah, it's definitely not at 720p. It's cell shaded. It's got its own style, but I do believe this game is running at 1440. I think
1440, 60 lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been getting 60 close to lock, so it just feels good to play it. It's just fun. It's like you turn your freaking brain off. It's not like heavy. It doesn't doesn't have an agenda that it's trying to portray. It's not trying to be something more than it's not. It's just a fun overall, relaxed, sitting around, getting wasted as fuck and playing a game. That's all it is, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Fabio, brother, have you gotten a chance to play this?
Well, yes, actually, I just beat the second boss of the game, and I gotta say, while I do agree with a lot of stuff that Wise Old Gamer just said, I don't necessarily agree with the term junk food for this game because, like, junk food would be, in my opinion, a game much more like Saints Row or Crackdown or Just Cause, where you can just fuck everything and nobody cares. You just do whatever you want. There's no context. There's nothing to do with it. It's just pure dumb fun, freedom, and that's it. But with this game, I think like I'm not able to call it junk food, giving into consideration the attention to detail that the developers they showed up here to the fact that everything is synced up to make you feel the beats, the rhythm, and it's just something that but I don't have that much rhythm, but you are going to get to it. You're going to get used to it. You are going to adapt and you are going to improve it while you are playing, and it's going to be like amazing. To me, in my opinion, this game is a quite simple project. I love the fact that Xbox is allowing their developers to release those projects. We had that with Ninja Fury in Bleeding Edge, Obsidian with Grounded and Pentiment. This game now coming from Tanglework Studios. Like, I'm just really loving what we're getting here. And yeah, to me, it's not necessarily just, it doesn't not only remind me of Jet Set Radio and Sunset Overdrive, but the graphics, for the fact that they are cel shaded, they remind me of Bleeding Edge, which is, I know most people hate it. Most people consider that trash, and yet that is a junk game, even though it's fun as hell. But I love it. I just enjoy it, and the way that Hi-Fi Rush goes, I think it's just amazing. The fact that Xbox is back into actually having a Japanese first-party game coming from a first-party Japanese development studio.
Yeah, I agree. And it's not just the art direction of the game. I don't think
Entire
I've seen
mechanic.
I don't think I've seen this art direction at this higher resolution before. I mean, usually it is. It's very sharp for the art direction that it has, which is kind of refreshing. Mr. Bushido, you feel the same way?
I think the game, just on its looks alone, you would have wondered if this game is going to be any good. I thought when I saw the trailer for it, I thought it was kind of funny. I actually thought that even there's certain parts that I thought they were trying to be cynical or sarcastic with it when he was like hey, this is me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation. And I was like, yeah, I don't think that they mean it and being realistic that you're going to be lame like that. But I think it was purposefully to look lame. But I thought it was cool though. I thought it was cool, and I'm glad for the game's success because Xbox can use it right about now. But I'm surprised at how big a hit it got to be over freaking night. That was the deal for me, and that everyone is talking about it, and I'm glad for it. I'm here for it. I just ain't playing it yet. Yeah.
Wow. Putting his foot down. I'm not playing it.
Told you I've been addicted to Monster Hunter.
Damn it, Bushido, you disappoint me so much.
It's a Nintendo
Well, just
game,
today.
dude. Kids play
Just
Nintendo.
today. I'm gonna play it after.
What can you say about a guy who just beat Octopath and really didn't beat it? Just said, "Oh, I beat all the stories and I beat Octopath." Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
You're gonna finish me off? Wow.
Oh.
He's coming in with the final blow.
Noof, what have you? So from what you've seen, because obviously you haven't played it because you don't have Game Pass. From what you've seen, what do you think?
Well, from what I've seen, first of all, let me just say this was a pleasant surprise, okay? It definitely, it came out of nowhere. Nobody even knew about this. It's not like a game that we'd even seen footage of in the past and was just like, we didn't know we would release it. Like, this was completely out of left field. And coming from the Tango Softworks, I mean, the guys that made The Evil Within and stuff, it's quite a departure, but that's great. It just shows that their studio is more than just horror games and obviously is able to do some diverse stuff. And I think that's fantastic. I mean, anytime you get a new IP and it seems to be resonating with fans, they're liking it and enjoying it. I love the art style. I always like these games. And the best thing about games like this is regardless of, whether you got a powerful console or not so powerful console, like games like this with these stylized graphics, they hold up really well over time, right? That's the beauty. They look good. They play good. I think the character is very endearing and very clever. Like I said, they've got some really cool action going along with the beat, the beat theme and stuff. So I think it's a game that I would definitely like to try, and perhaps I will down the road. But I'm not in a rush to go out and buy it or anything. I don't even know what it costs on the store outside of playing it through Game Pass. I haven't even looked at it. But $30.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably worth it, but I got bigger fish. I got
Is it
bigger
like-
fish to fry right now. So I think it's a cool game. That's as much as I can say. I mean, I haven't played it, but I mean, it's a feather in the cap for Microsoft in a year that's been pretty dry, or like to come out and give us toss us a little bit of a bone, and in a time when all you constantly hear is about delays and this, that, and something else, and very few people complaining about any like major bugs or different things. So how odd is that, right? So kudos to Tango Softworks and Xbox and for bringing out this little gem of a game, I guess.
I just wanna ask you this: is this game going to make you buy Game Pass?
Fuck no.
Let me tell you the
Bro,
insights.
the only game that make me go decide I'm going to get Game Pass would be Gears of War, and that's the one they said that Gears of War is never going to have a physical copy in the store.
No, let's be fucking honest. Let me tell you the inside scoop, okay? Noof unsubscribed from Xbox Live because he had to pay for his DualSense Edge. That's why.
That's right. I got to pay for the PSVR, man. I had to take out a mortgage on the house.
You wouldn't subscribe for Redfall or Starfield?
Nah.
Oh,
God damn it, Oof. Bob,
He's a
why
Canadian.
It's a new has principles, man.
let me ask you this. Why do you do that to us?
it's crazy.
I'm a hard man to please, baby.
Oh,
That's what she said.
Your poor wife. God damn it.
The poor Girl Scouts.
Son of a...
Okay. All right.
And we're banned.
And Power Man 4K, sir, your thoughts on Hi-Fi Rush so we can move this to the dev direct.
Okay. Like I said, rhythm games are never been on my radar, not something I'm really into. So I kind of just downloaded it because it was shadow dropped and it was it was available. So I tried it out. like I said, I think that there's more there than just the rhythm. I think that there's a lot of fun to be had. I don't think that it is like, I don't think that it's like necessarily junk food, but I definitely understand what he's saying. It's just a nice little chunk of a game, to kind of mull you over. I don't think that people are going to be running out and getting Game Pass subscriptions to play this game, but for people that are subscribed in the ecosystem, it's a fun game. It didn't come out broken, which is a shocker, honestly, in 2023 with everything else that's been released in the last like 8 months. I just feel like there's like a bad trend in gaming lately where games are just releasing broken and buggy, and it's almost being, made to be expected. So it's nice to see a game drop day one, shadow drop, and actually function and work the way it was supposed to. But yeah. It's a cool game. It's got a lot. It's got a lot going on. As far as the rhythm mechanics are there, but then it has I see a little bit of Devil May Cry with like the fight grading and stuff like that, and the different areas you get locked into and kind of fight your way into. I fought the first boss last night. I got to the first boss, which was a cool encounter. It wasn't. It definitely has. They've put some heart and soul into it. I feel like there's a lot of like Japanese anime or manga like inspiration there, and could have potential later on to be a nice little addition to the mascots that Xbox has, as far as marketing, because it seems like people are really liking the character and the cat and all that kind of stuff. I think it's easily marketable, so they may have a little something on their hands there. Not right now, but I think in the future it could be big.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention not broken, because as I started it up and I started playing it and I was running around, I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's a shadow drop. Okay, when's it going to freeze on me? And it never did. And I was like, wow, I just kept going. I was shocked. And do you think they added the cat because of Stray's success? You think that was a last minute thing?
I just think people love cats, and I think that's easily. Yeah. I think people love cats, and I think that's something that you can tag. It could have been a dog, or it could have been a pet gerbil.
Well, just look at the art style. The art style is very sort of almost like Japanese anime, and of course a Japanese studio. And cats are extremely popular in the land of the rising sun, so I think that had more to do with it than anything.
Yeah, exactly. We don't mind having a little black pussy from time to time.
Yeah, like I was about to say that, like I think the cat is just a Japanese culture.
God.
Yeah, most Japanese games always have some kind of a cat. I mean, look at Monster Hunter. Like your side companion's a fucking cat.
Exactly.
Right?
Either a cat or a mouse. Those are the two main figures here.
But can you pet the pussy? That's what I want to know.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
Yes, you can. You can lay down on the couch in your your little base.
Oh, you're talking about that? Okay.
Dogs are loyal, but cats are predators. Baby.
Hey, this is a gaming / entertainment podcast, so everything I say is aimed in that direction. I can't handle what the panelists, the co-hosts, or the guests do. I can't handle it.
By the way, you even get an achievement by doing that.
You even get an achievement for petting the pussycat. You do. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
It's Fritz the cat all over again.
That'll be the first pussy I petted in 20 years.
Okay. So, on to the next. Everybody, we're one of the few podcasts after the day or after Developer Direct was shown to the masses. And so we're going to put this Hi-Fi Rush gameplay on pause, and I'm going to bring up the games one by one, and we are going to talk about them. I've taken out all the talking bits, and we're just going to look at eye candy and discuss the games. And so the first thing we are going to talk about is I am bringing up Minecraft Legends. I am actually really pumped about this because I have said from the get-go that what Minecraft was missing was, other than like survival, was some sense of direction other than exploring and adventuring. And it looks like we're getting it. So I'm going to open it up to the co-hosts and to the guest. Guys, what do we think about this? I mean, I'm pumped about it.
I think this is a nice way to expand the Minecraft's IP in some sort of way. The same way as I thought they did really well with Minecraft Dungeons. Yeah, there's a lot of people that think Minecraft Dungeons is not that great, but I just got really addicted into grinding now and getting better loot, just like the Diablo experience, and I think it fits really well with the Minecraft IP. This one, I gotta say, when it got first announced, I was like, okay, what is this? I had no idea, so I wasn't excited at all. I was just, okay, nice, they are expanding stuff. And when they showed the gameplay of it, I understood what this is, and yes, I am excited by it. I think this is a nice direction, but I hope that this game is not like I hope that with Minecraft Dungeons and with this game we are just opening it up for more and more possibilities of what the Minecraft IP could be, to be honest. And I think yes, this is going to be nice.
Yeah. Outside of the base like defense that they're going for, I really want to see them open this, like, because you can have your team against another team. I really want to see this open up to where your team will actually go out and do quests together. That's what I always thought Minecraft needed, was go take out this den of skeletons or creepers or something with your buddies, and you all get a special piece of something when you do it. I always thought that it failed with not having an adventure mode. Maybe that's something coming in Minecraft 2, which we've all been waiting, 20 years for some sort of Minecraft 2?
We're never getting that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We were going to get ray tracing, and then that got yanked back. So, yeah, this is what we're getting. Bushido, sir.
Yes,
play
yes.
Minecraft?
I'm not doing something else.
I'm so worried.
Wait, what are we talking about again? No, I'm joking. When I first saw that, I was actually very pleasantly surprised and pleased with it. I even asked guys, I was like, hey, you guys going to get on top of that? And guys like, nah, not really. Now, that was disappointing. Because to me, the game looks dope. I thought that was a good aspect to add to the game, but the only problem I'm having now is just rounding up a couple of people to, assist in said adventure. But I like it though. I like the way it looked, and when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be the whole Minecraft thing with the ray tracing. That's what I thought first. I was like, yeah, it's going to be Minecraft with the ray tracing. It looks good. I like the art design, and I was like, wait, they're on horses and they're riding it. And so, yeah, I was good with that. I still am. I think it's a really good looking game. And I'm still hyped to play it though. I'm definitely gonna put some time into it. I don't care if I had to learn how to play it by myself and build and gather resources and everything. But the game looks cool to me.
Yeah, it does. It does. Noof. I don't even know if you like Minecraft or not. Never really talked about it.
I have the original Minecraft game. It's okay. It's one of those games I mess around with from time to time. And I've even played Minecraft Dungeons for a little bit while I had Game Pass. But my excitement meter was literally 0 out of 10. Like, I really could give a shit. I looked at it and was like, yeah, move along. So, I mean, it's great for those fans of like Minecraft that want something a little bit different and more of the competitive aspect. But like I said, it moved the needle absolutely 0 for me.
Power Man.
Man, you are tough.
Power Man, how do you feel?
Exactly like Noof Nukem.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we can. Jesus
I
Christ.
have 0 interest in Minecraft, dude. I just do not. It's just not my thing.
Jesus.
The main game or any of the other ones, it's never done it for me, dude.
All right, I've had 2 co-hosts in a row tell me they don't give a fuck about this game. I'm going to my guest.
Other
Save
side,
it for
to the
me,
other side.
Wizo Gamer. Tell me how pumped you are for this.
Well, let's be. I actually do not care much for Minecraft because I actually use it on a day-to-day basis to help my students learn stuff. So I actually make them do projects in Minecraft that is related to mathematics. So Minecraft has never been that appealing to me because it's another it's like a job. It's like going back to my job basically because I got to see Minecraft videos on a day-to-day basis when they present the projects. However, now what got me hyped about this game was the whole purpose of all this shit, right? Whether it's a developer direct, Nintendo direct, whatever the fuck, what is that? What did the PlayStation call it? State of Plays, whatever. Is the game that they're presenting? It's a sales pitch. Did they sell you on the game? Now, full disclosure, back in the day when I was in college, I went down a really dark StarCraft spiral. There was a time that's all I was doing 24 hours a day was investing my entire time in StarCraft. So I'm a huge RTS fan to begin with. And then when Dungeons came out, my kids played it because, of course, they love Minecraft, so they played Dungeons. And I saw the quality that Mojang brought to basically the action RPG genre using Minecraft, and it was really well done. I didn't play much of it, but my kids had nothing but stellar praise about it. So when they have Minecraft, which has a little bit of a different art direction in this game than the actual original Minecraft, mixed with a genre that I'm sort of gearing towards, plus when they started going into details with the PvP, where you can have one group just defending the base while another group is actually fighting another base, and while another guy can go in and get resources, I was all about that. I'm like, you know what? I'm a pig in slop. This is definitely what I want to be. Because I can't play the RTSs that are out now because I'm just way underpowered and underskilled. Those Korean bastards will kill me 2 days towards Sunday. But going in and playing this seems like a pretty relaxed RTS. They sold me on it. I was not interested initially, but what they showed me sort of scratched the itch that I was looking for. So yes, I am extremely pumped for this.
Thank you. Yes, I am too. I don't know. It was so I full disclosure, never have or nor have I ever seen a reason to play Minecraft in creation mode. It has always been in survival mode. There always has to be that risk of getting myself between a rock and a hard place and getting killed, and then having to go back and get my crap. So, yeah, I just wanted to, because whenever you hopped in and played co-op with Minecraft, everybody was just kind of helping you out with your base, and maybe you had a realm that you paid a subscription for, and so a buddy of yours had a base a little ways away from yours in that realm or whatnot. But at the same time, what was really the goal of it all? This gives Minecraft a purpose. And I think that's what Minecraft has always needed, was a purpose. I mean, because Minecraft as an IP is pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Well, yeah, it is. It's pretty bare boned. And if they had given Minecraft an aspect like ESO has, where you could get, team up with your buddies and not only work around at your all's homes and do stuff and build that up, but also hop on your horses or your llamas and go out and to the countryside and take on the foes instead of just sitting back and waiting for them to come to you. I think it gives it purpose.
I'm going to give you one reason why I disagree.
Yeah.
Good.
No, go on, Bushido.
Well, I was only going to say that I disagree with it not having anything or purpose or anything. I do think one thing that's good about it, like when we were younger, we used to play JRPGs and it had no dialogue, and the only thing you had to do, you had to read everything. But during that time frame, and don't tell me I'm the only one that did it, but you come up with your own story inside of your head as to who the character is and what's going on and why his purpose is this and that. Even though they give it to you, you still add that in yourself. I found that, I found with my grandkids at least, and I feel like it was a good thing because they didn't have an imagination, but they started getting imagination. with playing Minecraft that I think a lot of other games don't really give you anymore. That opportunity to be able to come up with your own story or your own thoughts on a game as you're playing it.
Yeah,
Like
true.
to me, I disagree a bit in terms of like Minecraft right now has no purpose. Like to me, Minecraft,
Okay.
like if it is the biggest IP ever, because yeah, it's the most popular game of all time. To be honest, it's available in every single platform you can imagine. It has lots of players in every one of those. Doesn't like it doesn't seem then that it has no purpose. Minecraft, and the thing that is so interesting when it comes to Minecraft is the purpose of Minecraft is whatever the hell you want it for it to be, because everything's a cube. You can make anything you want there. If you want to make a mod that gives you a different expansion of whether a puzzle or a death trap routes game, racing game, PvP, hide and seek, whatever you want. The community has, or like if you don't even enjoy the adventure modes and just want to build something, and like you want to do the Roma Coliseum, that you can do that in Minecraft. And there are so many opportunities that is not a game that like it doesn't have a single purpose. It has multiple ones that is the community that decides which is the purpose of the game based on their preference. So yeah, I think it's nice that they are expanding the IP to other things, but the base game, I do not agree at all that it doesn't have a purpose.
Well, let me say this, okay?
No, no. Here's the thing. It's the same
Well,
thing. It's just
Shouldn't
because
really,
of
but
personal
yeah.
preference. It's just a personal preference. That's the
well,
thing.
let me say this, okay? Minecraft is less of a game, more of a tool. People are
Yes.
always talking about how well or how great the physics engine was in Breath of the Wild. And yes, it was great for an open world game like that. But I was always like wondering why the conversation was that because the physics engine in Minecraft is much stronger. As I said earlier, as I alluded to earlier, I use Minecraft to teach my kids about vectors, about quadratics, about differential equations, because the physics engine is great. I mean, one project that the kids are doing right now, one group has to build a Tributoc and lob boulders at another group who's building a bridge, a suspension bridge, and they have to destroy the suspension bridge after from a certain distance, given certain parameters, and they have to use all the mathematics, real world, actual mathematics to get it done, and it translates perfectly in Minecraft. So yeah, I mean, it's not a game, more of a tool. That's what I mean. That's what I use it for. So
Like the game was even used here in Brazil, was even used to make a college graduation during the pandemic because people were not able to go to a building to do the whole event. So they actually made a Minecraft section with the entire cast of students that were graduating with the teachers, and they made a graduation there. Like it's a game that the all the possibilities are endless. And like here's the thing, it's a game that you can even teach useful things to people. Wise Old Gamer is teaching physics, mathematics to his kids. Like how can't you see any purpose of direction in this game? It's whatever you want to make.
All right. I think I just yeah. I got like the fucking
Bobby is picking on
riveting,
him just because of his choice
riveting.
of words.
What is the name? What is the name? What is the name? What is the what is the meme? Ladies and
Oh
gentlemen, we got him.
gosh. Yeah. Okay.
you
Okay.
you use Minecraft. You use Minecraft to play games. I use Minecraft to teach the next generation. We are not the same.
Hey. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. We are
Babe.
moving. We are moving off of Minecraft Legends.
right.
to
Jesus.
All right, next game. Next game. Yeah, you will see it on screen. We are going to talk about Forza, and of course, I left in all the eye candy, none of the BS in between. And I have to say, this is the most incredible game. I think this is the first game because they're talking about 4K, 60 frames, and then they said on-track ray tracing. On-track ray tracing. OMG. Yeah, I want it. I want it like now. And I love Horizon. And I've always felt like Motorsports was a little more of too much of a sim for me. I don't care. I want it now. Now. And we didn't get a date, of course. They said 2023. And we're like, oh, shit, what's that mean? Oh, yeah. Come on, guys.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the corny joke that Jedi Pete, one of the dad jokes Jedi Pete had inside the
I see
the
that.
chat.
May I enter your nether portal? Wow.
I tell you.
Pete,
Dad
always
jokes.
keeping it classy. That's right.
Like, what does
a
fucking
Minecraft
weirdo.
character do when you piss them off on the internet? They block you.
Oh my god.
The cheese runs strong with this one.
Man.
Fabio, I don't know you to be that much of a racing game enthusiast, but what did you think of Forza? Are our Series X is gonna melt?
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Like, I just what I'm mostly excited is not necessarily the ray tracing it, but the physics of the car when it gets hit by another car. Like, I want to see the cars literally getting totally smashed in that game. And for what I saw in the details of the car there, by the impact, it looks amazing. Like, I do enjoy Forza Motorsport 7. It's the one that I enjoy the most, to be honest. I enjoy much more Forza Horizon, to be honest, even though I do enjoy and I understand that the purpose of the motorsports games are to be a simulation based game. But man, that game, from the first teaser, it got my attention. It looks beautiful as hell. I really want to see that power and that capability running on a Series X and also on a Series S, even though the console is not that much powerful in comparison to the other. But they said that with the power of the Series consoles, we're able to do this and that, and they done that with Forza Horizon 5. Why wouldn't they be able to do that with Motorsports?
And they
And I'm just curious about one thing. Do you guys think that coming 2023 is a huge L, or just I don't care, I'm okay with that?
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, because we've got May 2nd, which we'll see in a little while. We got May 2nd for Redfall. We've got Age of Empires dropping. We got Atomic Heart next month. We have Dead Island 2 the month after that. We've got a remake in 007 coming out this weekend. We've got Hogwarts Legacy
Minecraft.
next month.
Minecraft Legends in April.
Minecraft Legends in April. I mean, yeah, well, you can keep the moniker if it's a September, October release, which keep in mind, every Forza game, whether it be a motorsport game or a Horizon game, every one of them except for one has come out in the fall or the late summer, fall period of the year. Only one has come out early in the year. So if they're going to keep that going, I'm okay with that. And when he said that, and if you haven't seen it, you really do need to hear the commentary and the interviews that go along with this developer direct portion of Forza Motorsports. They said that this game has got the physics engine that is Forza Motorsports 5, 6, and 7 combined. It's higher than that. When they started talking about how the dirt knows to attach itself to the low pressure areas of the body as it's moving, my mind just went. I was like, wow, that is wicked awesome. And
are we sure we're talking about racing here?
Yeah, we're talking about racing. Oh goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the fucking dirt. They were talking about if you have a wreck, it affects the drive. Because I know because driving on 3 tires is not easy. Trust me, I know for a fact. But yeah, I mean,
What, do you own one of those? Do you own one of those fucking weird 3-wheeled vehicles from England?
3-wheel.
No, it's called being married for 20 years and having a kid in college. That's why you can't.
Woo! Wow.
You know how to perform with one nut then.
Mr. Bushido,
After
sir.
20 years, you don't really need a nut.
I really want to hear from you, Mr. Bushido. What do you think? Did Forza blow your mind?
Yes. It's a gorgeous game. They just continue to do it every time with these games, these Forza games. I didn't think you could outdo 5 Forza Horizon. This one right here.
Yeah.
This one right here is something special.
Just that scene right there where you saw that car going around the corner from a distance, and you could see its red hot disc brakes in the front breaking around the corner, and it's like, what else shows that on a replay from a distance? The freaking disc brakes. It's just crazy.
I just kept seeing them on. Wait, we say Wize?
What do you think Retro is experiencing when he saw that?
Oh, why was he one of the people who it came up in my head when it came? I was like, I wonder what he's going to say about that. I have no idea. It'll be interesting to see because he's a big GT7 guy. This game though is gorgeous, but he loves all of them anyway. So, but I am interested to hear what he had to say about it though. I'm gassed up for that game though. I mean, literally, like, I'm pumped.
Noof Nukem, I don't really know you to be a racer, sir. Do you have a love for it that I don't know about? Are you keeping that under the covers?
Brother, I've owned every single Forza game there is. I love Forza. I love racing games.
I stand corrected. Holy shit.
God. This one, holy shit. That's all I got to say, man. I wasn't sure how they could top Forza Motorsport 7, which is one of the pinnacle of racing games, in my personal opinion. But boy, it looks like the few extra years that it sat in development are sure paying off. All the stuff that he told me had me totally intrigued. Yeah, this was definitely like my star game of yesterday's direct, hands down. I mean, I'm waiting for a long time to see this much footage. I mean, the rendering, the lighting, everything about this game just oozes next gen. A perfect, showcase example of why we have a Series X console. Can't wait to boot this sucker up. I will be plunking down my 80, 90, or however much effing dollars this costs up here in Canada. Can't wait for the next Forza, baby. I'm jumping in. Let's go.
Now,
you can't pay
that money you're plunking down. Is it for the game or is it for Game Pass?
No,
that's not what we're saying.
Oh, damn it!
I'm buying the game outright. I'm going to go to the store and get that disc with the 300 megabytes and the 500,000 gigabyte download. But yeah.
Damn it! We're going to convert him. We're going to convert him. I won't give up.
I'm imagining that by the end of the shows, one of us is going to try to say to Nuke, the guy that subs to Game Pass says what?
Do you know that part from Ace Ventura: Pet Attorney? Do you like that?
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Okay, after that, I'm not even showing up my face. I'm sorry.
Look at the reflections on that GTR. Oh my god.
Yeah, the game looks really good, man. I can't wait for it. I'm glad for that show being so well done too. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Now-
And it's just my last thing is, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get a definitive date. But look, as long as it comes out in 2023, that's all I need to know. If it comes out this year, I don't care if it comes out in June, July, December. As long as it makes it in 2023 and we don't get it's coming next spring or next summer bullshit, I'm happy. But if it gets delayed, then it's an L.
Yeah, I think that that's what I was about to say. Like, I think that if they announce after months and months that, oh yeah, the game's going to be delayed to 2024, like that's a huge L. Like, so then why the
Yeah, I don't
fuck?
think that's gonna happen though. I don't know why, but once I have confidence in Xbox on this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. But again, I think it's just because we are really excited for this game, and it was announced in 2020.
I think they might be waiting to see what happens with some of their other studios after the E3 because some of them may be like kind of ready to launch and maybe they just want to make sure that it's spaced out properly.
Right.
So it's like, because Forza is the kind of game that's going to need some time to cook. Like you don't want to bring this out and then overshadow it with something big like a week later. Like it's, you know what I mean? It needs time for fans to kind of jump in, get really excited about it, and spread the word. You know what I mean?
After all, this is Forza, not Gran Turismo, right?
Yeah. And I have a feeling that this is going to be a live service game. As much as in a sense I kind of hate that, but like I got a feeling they're going to just build this game and they're going to just keep adding to it.
Okay.
We're going to get tracks. We're going to get cars. We're going to get I don't know if we'll ever see another Forza Motorsport officially, like something with the letter 8 or 9 on it per se. Like I think this is probably their last version of Forza Motorsport as we know it, and it'll just continue to kind of just keep getting bigger.
So as 343 infamously put it, this could be Turn 10's 10-year plan.
Oh my God, you did it! You did it!
I did it.
Turn 10's 10-year plan.
It is Turn 10.
Well, I mean, look, guys. Look, when it comes to racing games, there's no other genre that makes more sense, honestly, than a racing game. Okay, hear me out on that because I mean, when you look at it, I mean, how much more can you do? I mean, this game already looks nearly photographic. So I mean,
Really
it's not like every time you get a racing game, it reinvents the fucking wheel. I mean, pardon my pun here. But racing games are kind of more the same. They just kind of keep getting bigger and better. But it's kind of like sports games, right? Like it's really hard to reinvent a sports game because it's sort of, you like a racing game always has the same thing. It has cars, it has tracks. You go from point A to point B, and it's all about the bells and whistles at this point. Like putting in snow, putting in weather effects, changing the lighting, changing the damage models. It's not like they're really getting like. They just keep adding more. They keep getting sort of bigger and better, but essentially it's the same product. It's not like we're making a whole new game every time, essentially. Like half of the tracks you're probably going to race on are probably tracks you've already raced on from every other friggin' car racing game or from past Forzas. It's not like, you're getting 100 new tracks and they're coming up with some crazy ass idea. Now, Forza Horizon's a little different because like they literally do like fucking countries and totally landscapes and stuff. So it's a little bit different there.
Yeah, true. Now, because it's in his name, Power Man 4K, this game's in 4K 60 frames with ray tracing. Sir, give us your 4K viewpoint.
I think that this game is probably going to be like a visual benchmark for Xbox more than likely. I think it's going to be like that de facto go-to, look what the Xbox can do. It'd be nice to see it fully optimized, 4K 60 with ray tracing. It'd be nice to see a game, that's not being held back by contractual agreements or contractual clauses that are telling developers they can't utilize the full potential of the Xbox because in my opinion, I don't think we've seen the full potential, right? I don't think we've seen a game that's really come out there and said, "Oh my God, like I can only like there's no way this could run on anything other than the most powerful console." Yeah, super demanding title that one is. But I think this was going to be good. I'd be curious to see. I tell you what, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see how this thing runs on a Series S. I would imagine it would be 1080p, but I'm curious if they're going to have ray tracing or the 60 frames or or what all that's going to entail. I think it's going to look great on Series X. I think it's going to look really good on any probably any PC that's with a 2020 graphics card or higher, probably maybe even further back. But it's going to be solid. It's going to be optimized. Turn 10 doesn't miss, and they do really good work whenever they put stuff out. So I mean, it's been 6 years, going on 7 years now. We've had since we've had a Forza Motorsport. So we're well overdue at this point for a game from them. So hopefully they've been looks to me from the gameplay and a little bit of time that we've seen. I'm kind of bummed out about no release date. I think that would have been a really awesome. That's a big game, right? To not have a release date from on this developer direct. I would have taken a release date, but other than that, it looks good. Hoping for maybe a summer release or early or late summer, maybe. I wouldn't put this thing in the fall. I wouldn't try to release it in the fall, personally.
I mean,
so you wouldn't?
Nah.
Okay.
Fall's. I feel like fall is going to be Starfield, so I wouldn't want to put.
I'm still hoping Starfield goes into the June thing.
My thing is like, dude, if they were going to do that, if they're going to do Starfield in June, they still haven't even released. I thought at the end of the dev direct they were going to do like, hey, tune in to the maybe the end of it would be like a Starfield showcase, and it would be sometime after that. But I personally, just the way that the things are playing out, by the time they get a showcase out, I mean, we've got February, March, April, May, June, right? So they're gonna try to do a show in between E3. Then we got E3, right? So you're gonna see more, right, at E3. So I don't think that they would drop it in between those two time frames, personally.
Right. It makes perfect sense, though, what you're saying.
I may just play this for the sheer eyegasms that I'm going to have because of it.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna play it. I'm not a huge sim racer. I haven't played a whole lot of the other ones, but I was always more like an arcade,
Yeah, that's why I really like Horizon, because it does have that kind of arcade kind of fun feel, and I feel like whenever you get into a sim, it brings a level of seriousness with it, where everything you do has consequences. And I did really like Flight Simulator at the beginning, but the longer that I played Flight Simulator, and like say if I wanted to take off from the airport here local and fly to like Las Vegas, literally 4 hours was the flight, and I'm like, you can only look at scenery for so long, and everything you do has a consequence, and you can't really, it's. So yeah, I'll probably play the hell out of it just because of the realism, and be like, I'll be playing it, and then I'll be reaching over to feel how hot my Series X is going, and be like, yeah, that's right, baby, you're actually working now, bitch. But yeah, it's I wish we'd gotten a release
Gran
date.
Turismo 7 is not going up against this one for Game of the fucking Year category.
Yeah. When they started breaking it down, 4K 60 on track ray tracing, I was like, yeah, it was a mind blown moment. I mean, it's definitely. So, do we know? Is this? I mean, because I know the global illumination is a really big selling point to the latest version of Unreal Engine 5. Is this game running on that, or is it still Turn 10's proprietary?
I think it's Turn 10's engine. Yeah, I think they're not. Wow. They didn't go to Unreal. But it does make me like. It does kind of upset me, because it's like, dude, you look at the game as it is, and you're watching this, and you're like, dude, why have we gone? I don't know, as gamers or whatever, to where we've started dismissing racing games as a quintessential game that can be put against any other type of genre. I remember back in the 90s when the PlayStation 1 came out, and I played the original Gran Turismo, and that was one of the most hyped games on the PlayStation because it was so graphically impressive for the time frame. And nowadays it's almost like if you're not in the woods with a bow and arrow or an axe, it's not relevant. It's not relevant to your graphical prowess. Like you're looking at photorealistic graphics, real time ray tracing on every light surface and shaded mirror. I mean, just for the technical aspect of it, I almost feel like there needs to be a technical achievement award or something that needs to be added on for like something that can acknowledge these guys that are working so hard on these games. You know what I mean? Because it's not fair that I mean, no offense to anybody that prefers that genre of game, but I mean, if you think about it, like it really is kind of a repeat. You get a couple of outliers every now and then, but it's either going to be like an Elden Ring, an action adventure, or a God of War action adventure, or another action adventure. Something that's telling a story or doing something like that. There are other games that can be, in my opinion, game of the year, and I think that like a game that's that technologically advanced should at least be talked about. Forza Horizon 5, same deal. I mean, it never got the kudos that I think that it deserves. I mean, yes, it was the 5th rendition, but so what? I mean, it's the 5th really good game in a row. You know what I mean? So who cares? I mean, it deserved more respect than it got.
Yeah, this is true. Jeff Keighley, you probably won't because we're a small channel, but if you're listening, add a category for pushing technological bounds. That
technological advancement achievement award, dude. Like something that shows like, okay, like this is not just trees or whatever. I mean, look at that. Look at that car.
I know, you know what I mean? It's crazy. The reflections on the asphalt next to it as it's going. Oh God,
that's a video game, dude. I mean, these guys that worked on this game deserved to be like, treated like rock stars, man, because they're doing great stuff. I think Forza is gonna. At what I'm looking at right now, and I played GT7, this game visually is going to blow it out of the water just from what I'm looking at. Now I don't have it in my hands, but just based on, I mean, GT7 was an okay game. It definitely didn't look as bad as a lot of people said, but it was not, in my opinion, a technological achievement. And it even Polyphony Digital, they even admitted that they had some work to do on the game. They've said it multiple times on their Twitter. So
GT7, you've been warned. It's coming. Totally. I saved the best for last because I know that everybody, this was impressive, yes, but we were all waiting to see and hear about this one. And it's coming on screen here in just a moment.
Elder Scrolls Online? No, just kidding.
No, we are talking about the one and the only Arcane Studios Redfall. Yes, sir. We got a release date. It is set in stone, May 2nd. And so I watched the show before my wife watched it. And after my wife... while my wife was watching it, she said to me, she looks over at me and she goes, "It looks kind of cartoony." I almost threw my phone at her. And I love this woman. And I'm like, and I was like, because I've told her, I pointed out, I was like, you see some of these, like, kind of what they could almost be considered jump scares. If this was any more lifelike, this would be an adult-rated game because people would literally be shitting themselves. But yeah, I can't wait for Redfall. So pumped about it. I see this. Yeah, I mean, yeah. This is going to give me the enjoyment that Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 gave me back in the day that Back 4 Blood never could live up to. And I'm pumped about it.
Thank you. The true successor of Left 4 Dead is definitely going to be Redfall. Actually, yes. We hope that is, but it gives that impression, to be honest, because, yeah, Back 4 Blood was such a disappointment.
I no love for Back 4 Blood, huh?
Yeah.
It got real quiet in here, man.
Because everybody's watching the video. They're like, "Oh, it's Redfall. That's right. I love this game. I can't wait." So, Bushido, you were the first one to say it got so quiet in here, so you get to talk first, sir. Come on, man.
No, I understand.
Bring me the
I didn't need
energy.
any more video. I didn't need any more video footage of that game. I was sold like the last 3 videos ago, months ago. The game to me looks like crazy fun. I'm still scratching my head as to why Nukem won't. He'll put out $100 for a game, but he won't put out 15 to be able to play with his fellas. I kind of.
Well,
I'm gonna have him under review his bro code.
He'll put out $100 for a game, but he won't fork out $100 to play a game.
If I want this game, I'll go out and buy it if it's in the store to buy. So as long as Xbox puts this fucking game on a disc and throws it at my local Walmart, I'll pick it up. If not,
suppose they don't. But suppose they don't.
Well, if they don't, then I gotta beef with Xbox.
Noof, I gotta say what everyone else is thinking here. We must be around for him because I smell bullshit.
You smell what?
I smell bullshit.
You don't think you think he would do it?
Oh goodness.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like it just seems like okay. If you're gonna be willing to pay $100 Canadian, right? Roughly, these games are roughly minus $100 Canadian. Why wouldn't you spend 15 and get all of them? That doesn't make any sense to me. But that's just me.
Because he's got principles.
Yes, I've always said, yes, logistically and statistically, my decisions make absolutely no fucking sense. I totally agree with you. But again, that's the stubbornness in me. I refuse to conform. I'm not giving in to this industry the way they want to swing it, and that's just me. Yeah.
Rebel? Oh, Jesus. The rebel without a clue, basically.
Pretty much.
He's like, no way, I'm letting the man tell me how to buy my games.
That's right.
I give it to you for that, man, because I personally
that's what we call it in the industry, pass shaming. Okay, pass shaming.
So because here's my problem, right? Because if the moment I stop even giving them a dime, I don't fucking own anything about these games, right? The games I can't. They're just going to be on my hard drive, and I'll get that message. You must resubscribe. I fucking hate that because at the end of the day, I'm fucking renting my shit, and I don't like to fucking rent my shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys get me there?
I do.
Yeah. I think that if you own a Series X and Xbox put out a Series X with a disc drive, they should launch a physical version. I mean, otherwise, why didn't you just launch a Series X with no disc drive?
I was fucking pissed when Psychonauts 2 fucking didn't get a physical. It did, but a fucking year later, and it was done by who was the fucking was it 8-bit? I am 8-bit or whatever the fuck they are. They do like these special copies or whatever, But like, why didn't Xbox release what was a Game of the Year contender physically for their fans? See, this is, again, I'm going to be off on another tangent, but this is why I have a massive beef with Xbox. This is why I'm fucking really, always going to be pissed with Xbox, because they're fucking basically telling me, Nukem, get fucking Game Pass, or we're going to fuck you in the asshole. That's pretty much what it is. And I fucking hate that.
Isn't that what they say about the drive-thru?
Right?
No.
I remembers that line. Joe Pesci.
Can you guys see my point?
I do think this is the last digital. I mean, this is the last physical console generation. I don't think we're gonna have another.
No, I think we'll have one more.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it'll really.
Or they're gonna do we heard talks that PlayStation might do like a PS5 and then scrap the disc drive altogether, and make the disc drives optional for people.
Oh, that's a thing that's happening.
To cut costs, and I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox does something similar, where they just get rid of all the disc drives and just leave one out there for that old fossil like me, just in case.
What's funny is I saw an article about that such thing, and somebody commented on that article. They said, "Does Sony not see how the HD drive worked for the Xbox One? Because it did. I mean."
Yeah.
You make a. Go ahead.
HD Drive only the reason it failed was because it didn't play any games. It only played movies.
Right,
So
and that
this is
format failed. That format died to Blu-ray. Blu-ray killed it.
Yeah,
So,
because everybody was buying the cheap version of Blu-ray, which was the PlayStation 3. It wasn't because Blu-ray was running away with it. Like basically Sony almost hand-fed the Blu-ray format the victory because of that one fact. Because a standalone Blu-ray player was costing you several $100 more than a fucking than a PlayStation 3 and plus Xbox. Yeah, once you actually played for your 360, which was cheaper than the PS3, but you turned around and overpaid for the HD DVD. You were almost at the same price as a PlayStation 3, if not more. So there you go. That's what killed it. I had one. I loved it. I love my HD. I had quite a few movies on it, and then all of a sudden they kiboshed it, and I was like, fuck.
but we're getting a little off topic here.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
We need to talk about Redfall.
Yeah.
Mr. Bushido, we got you, Noof. Noof, how do you feel about Redfall? Other than Game Pass, forget about Game Pass.
No,
Redfall.
Redfall. Yeah, not bad. Not really high on my radar. It's something I guess, and again, it looks okay. I don't know. I'm just. It's another one of these co-op games everybody's touting, and you know what? 2 weeks later, you're going to be forgotten about. Everybody will move on to the next game, and this game will be long forgotten history. This is exactly where I see this going. Everybody's going to play it for the first week, and all you guys are going to be ahead of me because you'll be playing it on Game Pass. I might not even pick it up right away, and then if I pick it up, all you guys will be long past done this game, and then I'll be struggling to find people to play co-op with, as I always do.
No, by then I'll be level 200, and I'll be glad to help you.
I mean, I said Wize. The same thing happens to me, Noof.
Oh, wait a minute. What if this game is actually the successor to Left 4 Dead?
Well, it's not anything like Left 4 Dead. It might look like it, but it plays nothing like it.
It won't be.
I thought you don't say successor to Halo.
No,
What?
I mean, look, Back 4 Blood was legitimately the successor. The problem is the way they handled the game. There was nothing wrong with the game itself. It was the whole this whole grind kind of shit that wasn't in Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead was just you survived through the level. That was it. But then, of course, they got to come by and try to find a way to keep people invested for hours and hundreds of days at a time by making you play through a level 40 or 50 times to grind for the next thing to help you try to get to the next level. It's like, yeah, I'm out.
I do need to give a shout out to some newcomers in the chat. Not maybe necessarily new to the channel, but Shooter. Great having you. Always glad to see you. Gray Monad. Hey, brother. And then we got Robert Rice in the chat, I believe, for maybe just the first or second time. Glad to have you, man.
Big
tell a buddy
Rob,
or two. Share it out. Subscribe to the channel.
Robert Rice is always nice. Let's go.
That's right. Woohoo! But so back to our topic. Power Man 4K. Yes. Come on, man. Save me from the rest of the co-hosts. I was the most pumped about this game out of the whole showcase. Please tell me it was warranted. I haven't gotten to you yet, Fabio.
Remember the beginning of the show when I said I was going to test that platform agnostic term that you like to kick off every show? You know, that you so eloquently put off there.
Yes.
I said I was going to test that today, sir. So. I'm not gonna be a downer on this game, but I do. Like I said, once again, I'm right there with Noof. I do think that unless the co-op aspect of this game really takes off, I don't know how much it's gonna move the needle. Now the game looks okay. I still am. I'm not 100% sold on the. I don't know what it is. It's hard to describe. I don't know if it's like the guns. I feel like the guns don't match the environment sometimes. I guess I was looking forward to more of like cool vampire killer guns that made more sense in the world, you know, rather than just like plain assault rifles and shotties. And like the shotgun looks exactly like the one from Back 4 Blood, so it's a little off-putting. But like I said, if this thing takes off, I think if it had a better chance, if it was closer to a Borderlands style game than anything, if it had that co-op that people would want to go back in and consistently get loot and grind and get things. That was the whole appeal of Borderlands back in the day, was, you know, going in, getting a cool gun or getting a cool, um, you know, mod or whatever was going on. I think it's going to be a cool game. I'm going to save my reservations for it, for whenever I play it. I did notice, some frame. I'm curious what they were running it on. It seemed like it was a PC, but I was noticing a lot of frame time dips, in the game, which they have time to fix. But it looks pretty cool, and it's set in the area that I'm living in right now, so that's kind of cool. But I'm leaning towards, I'm cautiously optimistic for it, but we'll see how it goes.
Can I just also add that the characters in this game, the people that you play as, they all look like ass in my opinion. And it's just like, Jesus, I don't think I want to play as any of them.
Yeah, I'm not super sold on the characters yet. Honestly, I got, like I said, I gotta see.
Arcane, if you're listening, can you please add a character development template for Noof Nukem so that he can make his own character, so that he loves the game as much as I do. Fabio.
Come on, I'm gonna play as a cat.
So basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have a overweight middleman going around trying to kill vampires with farts.
Hey, that would be something new. Definitely a new way to do it. As they say in the Minions movie, I'll get the fart gun. Yes, the fart gun.
Fabio, are you as pumped as I am for this game?
I'm quite excited for this game, to be honest.
Yes! I have a savior on the panel! Woo!
I thought it was hot. Man.
I actually think that this game, if it manages to have a really cool and awesome co-op experience, we are going to have a successor to Left 4 Dead. I'm not saying that it's going to be that, but if what we get actually makes us think, Jesus, it feels like I'm playing Left 4 Dead. People are going to be playing this non-stop. I don't think this is going to be a game necessary. For what I saw, it doesn't seem to be a game that people are going to play it and after 1 week they are going to ignore it, and that's it. It depends on how the experience on co-op is going to be. Simple as that. I enjoy the environment. I like the graphics. Yeah, the characters. I'm not saying that I don't think the characters are the best thing in the world, but I enjoy their abilities. Just ignoring the one that has the robots, I just don't know why the heck you would like to play with the guy that has a robot, to be honest. But the other three characters, I enjoyed it. I'm excited to play and test their mechanics. So yeah, may yeah, I'm happy. I'm quite happy with this game, and I'm excited to play it with my friends.
But Fabio, where do you think the repeat value or the replay value comes from? Like, do you think that like there's what would be, just based on what we've seen and nothing else? Are you saying that you think that there would be multiple levels of replay value that could be in this game just based on what we've seen and nothing else?
I think it depends again. I think it depends on how the co-op experience is going to be, because what made Left 4 Dead be so great and so iconic? Because we were playing and replaying the levels over and over again with our friends against hordes and hordes of zombies. What I imagine this game might be doing, and hopefully it works that way, we are going to play with our friends the same levels over and over and again, facing hordes and hordes of vampires. I think that's the idea, and I really hope they manage to do that. Because Left 4 Dead, it's an iconic, it's an excellent, it's a masterpiece, but like, it's quite a simple game, to be honest. You don't have to add a ton of mechanics to make it quite complex, because people wouldn't like a simple game as this. For fuck's sake, we loved the game because it was simple, because it had the co-op, because it had the fun experiences. And I think that this game, Redfall, has quite the potential to have that as well.
Shout out to Boba Fett Gaming in the chat. Yeah. Chat, I'm going to put a poll up. I want to know, out of the 4 games that we were shown at the Developer Direct, granted there was a 5th game, but it was shadow dropped, and that was Hi-Fi Rush. What game are you most forward looking to?
Taking into consideration that we are ignoring Elder Scrolls Online, the expansion.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just we're talking about game, not really adding to the game.
Yeah, I don't know though. I mean, that stuff actually made me kind of interested in Elder Scrolls Online. I was actually kind of like looking at how to. It just that game is so big, it's so huge. Like,
I'm actually downloading the game at this moment. It's such a huge, it occupies such a huge space. God damn it!
Yeah, it's so big, dude. It's ridiculous.
Out of context. Out of context. Out of context. Out of context.
Yeah. Just listening to you two, I'm like, man, what just happened?
It's such a huge.
Probably after tonight, Bob will be banning me from this panel. He's like, yeah, Debbie Downer in here. I got to get rid of him.
What are you talking about?
The guy hates everything.
I love varying
views.
But yeah, Nuka, you do hate everything.
Unless it's on PlayStation.
Exactly. By the way, Noof, the guy who buys Game Pass says what? No, he didn't.
No.
I tried.
I thought you were gonna get him.
You tried. And
I can
failed.
try it again. I can try multiple times. No worries. Just need to wait for the.
Don't worry, I don't have the fucking shit ass PlayStation Plus Premium, whatever fucking crap that is either. So I do have PlayStation Plus though, but I'm not gonna pay all that extra money to play my old damn games on the Xbox. They're fucking backwards compatible to begin with.
Oh man, the poll doesn't work the same way in Twitter and in YouTube as it does in Twitter. I was only able to add Redfall and Forza.
Oh, did you get 50, huh?
I think my opinion on Redfall is going to be solely dependent on like if I'm actually playing it with people, because I don't know how much I would play this game single player. But if I had a reason to get on and play with a couple of my buddies, and they were like, hey, we're looking for a 4th, or we all group up and it starts to become a thing like that. In my opinion, and that's where it happens with every platform. Like a lot of people pick their platform because that's where their friends are, right? Like none of the games and shit really matter for most people. Your average gamer is like, all right, where's my buddy playing Madden? Where's my buddy playing 2K? Where's my buddy playing Apex? You know what I mean? And like that's the easiest point of entry for them. So like for me, it's like if I'm playing with people, that changes the entire aspect of it. Because in my opinion, like that's why I've always steered more towards Xbox, is because I've always been a heavy like multiplayer, like playing with people, live people against live people type of games. It's always been my thing. I was a huge Halo player. That's the whole reason why I chose Xbox, is because I wanted to play FPS on a console in my living room. You know what I mean? So like for me, it's like if people are going to be on it and playing together, that would motivate me far more than anything that they could show me from this game, right? Like if my buddies are on it and it's going to be a fun co-op experience that we can, shoot the shit and play some games, like that's going to be way more important to me than really anything they could show me. I mean, yeah, this stuff's cool and the single player I'm sure is pretty fun, but for me, it's like I'd much rather play this, with friends. It's going to be much more motivation for me, honestly.
Definitely. I mean, I didn't play Left 4 Dead by myself. It was always
exactly
about,
like,
and it was most of the time it wasn't with the same group of people. I mean, sometimes yes, a group of us would get together and we would go through a different level together, but the levels that we replayed, it was always me, the wife, and 2 other new people who hadn't done it before, and it was a lot of we gave a lot of direction to those people and gave them a lot of pointers through the gameplay. And I think Redfall is going to be a large community game where you're going to see people, like you don't see the same group of people always teamed up to play Fortnite. I mean, yes, you may, from time to time. But a lot of times it's just people that hop in there and are like, hey, I've never played with you yet before. Hey, over here, invite party to game. And I think it's going to be a lot like that. It's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of different combinations. And yeah, you may get 2 or 3 people. Hopefully it's a 4-player co-op and not that weird 3-player thing, which I still don't understand that. Just make it 4.
I think there's a real need for more 4-player co-op games, man, where you can get 4 of your buddies, because I always feel like 3 is just, it almost feels like a third wheel kind of thing. I don't know, 4 seems better, and even bigger, make more games where more people can get together and like party up and have fun and have an objective and have something to do. You know what I mean? That isn't just like, some crappy little side PvP thing or whatever that they put in these games, man. That's why I always appreciated, whenever Halo would do that kind of stuff for back in the day, firefight and, or even like custom games, or even being able to play like big team battle, you know what I mean? And get 8 of your buddies and actually jump in online against 8 other people, I always thought that was pretty cool. Call of Duty does a good job with that too.
So, Wise Old Gamer, we haven't really got your view on Redfall, your concrete view on it, sir. How do you feel about it? I mean, is that your type of? Is that your poison? You looking forward to another what will be what I consider to be a real kind of the way it feels spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead? What do you think?
Well, let me say this about the developer direct that nobody's really talking about. Okay, goes a long way, and you can tell passion before the previewers get it, before the leakers get it. The developers are the ones playing the fucking game. Okay, so they know what they have when they're developing it, when they're playing it, when they're play testing it, whatever they're doing, right? Every one of those games that when they had the developers speak, especially for this game and Hi-Fi Rush, there was a passion that exuded from the voice. I mean, you can't teach passion. You can't do, as a teacher, you can't teach that. If somebody has passion, you can have them do anything. I mean, to be honest with you, that passion and desire and excitement for your product is the reason why I watch Pornhub, to be honest with you. I mean, passion goes a long way. Yeah. So, like, it was exuding from everyone who was speaking. They were showing a confidence in their game. And they were showing 2 things, actually, that was ironic. They were showing the love they have for their IP, but they're also showing that they were restrained somehow. I feel that they're not shown the entire hand that they have, because it's Arcane Studios. Arcane Austin, specifically. I've played Dishonored. I played Dishonored 2. Those games are phenomenal. Story-wise, stealth act. The stealth gameplay in Dishonored and Dishonored 2 is unreproachable. Now, you're telling me this is Arcane's take on on an open world Left 4 Dead type game? Yeah, sign me the fuck up. Yeah, I'm down day one. I mean, what they showed me was, I was excited because they were excited. I mean, and you could tell, like when they had the developers talk about Halo, they had basically suits. You knew that there was something wrong from the conversation. Same thing when they showed GTA, when they had GT7 and they had people talk. You could tell. So yeah, this game, I'm all on it because I'm excited because the developers are excited about it. They know what they have. And yeah, what's going to make or break this game is going to be what they do post-launch after the game. They have a nice skill tree. They have a pretty good open world. Which, by the way, why the hell why is it that whenever anything fucks up in this world, it always happens in Maine? Like fucking all of Stephen King's goddamn books are based in Maine, some fucking city in Maine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that fact. Like what was that? Alan Wake goddamn game was based in Maine. Why is all the fucked up shit happening in Maine? Anyhow, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm really fucking excited because they were excited. And is it my genre? No, but I'm ready to hop in, get one of the characters, get 3 of you guys or 3 of anybody, and let's just rock and roll. I'm just excited. I'm excited. And plus, Noof, I got Game Pass, so I only have to pay $15 a month if the game's crap anyway. So
nice. Enjoy.
All right. Chat, let us know what you're most excited about from the Developer Direct. To finish up the show here, we're going to touch on a subject that has to do with a game that a lot of people were looking forward to. Warhammer Dark Tide.
Are you serious?
Yes, a few episodes ago, I ran a lot of gameplay that I captured on my PC, and I was pretty happy with it. You can go back, look at that, watch that episode. I was pretty happy with it. I had a lot of fun with it, and now the developer is coming out and saying that they realize that because of community backlash, they have a lot left to do to this. So guess what? It's indefinitely delayed to be released on the Xbox. When personally, I thought it offered me just as much as the Vermintide games did, which I had a lot of fun with. So what the hell is wrong with Darktide that it can't come to console and you work on it at the same time that you're working on the PC version, which is, keep in mind, still available while they shore these things up that the community has issues with. I said when I played the game and I showed the gameplay of it that this was a game that Xbox needed. It was a lot of fun. It was a good spin on what Vermintide did. It had gunplay. It was a different universe. It was a different enemy, different landscape. It was great. And now they're saying, "Oh, the community. We realize we have to do this and we have to do this, and we already thought it offered us more than Vermintide did." I mean, what the F? Bushido, did you see this?
Yeah, and it surprised me too. This is one of those surprises that happens that you usually see near the end of the year or whatever, and you try to slide that underneath so no one gets to really make a big stink about it for the rest of the year. That one surprised me because first of all, the game supposedly came out last year.
Correct.
When it got pushed back, I was like, all right, there's stuff like that happens. I ain't worried about it. But then to see this, I was like, wow. I mean, is it indefinite?
They
there's no release
Yeah.
date like officially. They officially kind of canked it for now. I mean, now they're just focused on fixing the game. Yeah,
But I can still launch my Xbox app and fire up Darktide right now on my PC and play with other people.
Yeah, they're changing the name of the development studio apparently from Fat Shark to Lean Tuna, but I don't know.
Like that one.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
what the fuck's going on.
I will say this, man. I will say that I am a huge fan of those types of games. I played a lot of Vermintide, and Vermintide 2 launched pretty broken back in the day too, man. Fat Shark is a good developer, but it's been a labor of love, and Vermintide 2 is in a really good place right now, because of all the stuff that they made changes to, and there was actually a huge patch notes. Where they did a huge list of bug fixes on 40K Darktide, and there's a really good game that's in there. It just has some real technical issues and some real economy and how you get things and what it takes to get things. It's really like a core part of the game that they're really going to go back to the drawing board, I guess, and try to figure out because the good thing is they listen to the community, and the community said, listen, this ain't it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
It's good for you guys because whenever you finally get it on the Xbox, it's going to be probably a way better product than we have access to right now on PC. Because I played the game and it's okay, but it definitely does not. It's not running the way it should, and there's definitely a lot of room for improvement in how the game interacts and how you get the things that you want. Because it's a loot chase. You know what I mean? Like you're going for the loot and. I think that, it sucks, but it's a good thing. You know, I'd much rather a developer say, "Hey, listen, we need to stop making additional content and start really like trying to fix the core of the game and what makes it fun and what makes people go back to it," rather than just saying, "Oh no, this will be fine. I'm just going to keep releasing skins and you know, and packs and things that you can buy." So it's a good thing. It sucks for Xbox players, but it's actually for the best.
Yeah. Noof, Wize Gamer, Fabio, do you all have any opinion on this game? I don't know if you've really played many PC games or whatnot, or have you even tried Dark Tide on PC? But
I played the. I'll just say I played the first couple of Vermintide games. All I can say is I really love them. It is disappointing this gets delayed again. I don't know. Maybe they're just having issues with gunplay because every other game they've had has pretty much been swords and shields and all that sort of shit. I don't know what the deal is, but look, at this point in time, man, it's becoming par for the territory. It seems like it's every second week some developers saying, "Yeah, our games got delayed for blah 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 blah." So at this point now, it's become like it's almost become a joke because nobody ever says, "Yeah, we're actually on time." Anymore in this fucking day and age, and it actually drives me batty. It's like you're already 3, 4, 5 years in, and then you delay once, you delay twice. Some studios are on their third, fourth sets of delays. I'm like, like I said, it's become a running joke in this generation of games, and that's all I'm going to say. It's disappointing, but it's not the end of the world, and hopefully they make the best game possible when it comes out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, for those who don't have the option to play it on PC, I really enjoy it, and I can't wait till you all get to enjoy it too.
Well, all I gotta say is about this. I don't know much about 40K, about Warhammer 40K. I've heard quite a bit of it. I've looked at Vermintide and everything, but all I can say from the outsider's perspective, looking at 40K, has always struggled to make its way into the public consciousness, if you will. Especially for console gamers. Even 40K, when it was trying to be an RTS, it was struggling against the juggernauts of Command and Conquer and StarCraft and all that. But I think they're looking at it and they're like, look, there's a lot of competition that we have even on Game Pass. So if we want to put our best foot forward, so we want to make sure that like the product that we put out on Game Pass or whatever is to the best of our ability, free of bugs, free of glitches, etc., so that we have our best showing. Because 40K, everyone's heard of it, but nobody's really. It's not gotten to public consciousness as some of the other franchises out there. So I think this is like their Hail Mary, or not Hail Mary necessarily, but their best foot forward. And yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I'd rather them go take it back into the lab and iron out all the wrinkles and make sure that the game is running optimally so that they have their best showing when they show it. So.
Yeah, this sucks. It really does. And to bring up our last tidbit of news, for those of you out there that were looking forward to the zombie MMO game the day before, it has run into what appears to be one hell of a trademark infringement roadblock. Personally, I have not read the story. It was offered up in the news page on our Discord by Thember. Shout out to Thember in the chat for throwing that in there. We do have that chat room in our Discord for members to bring up things that they would like the podcast to cover if it's not on our list of things to cover. Has anybody else looked into this? What is this infringement that the day before is being challenged by? Nobody knows.
No, I didn't hear about it until just now.
Yeah,
I read it briefly. I don't know nothing about it. Nothing.
Wow.
Presumably, The Walking Dead, Resident Evil, you name it. There's plenty of zombie apocalyptic games out there. So which one do they infringe on?
You said it's about the name though.
Something to do with the name, yeah.
So it says MMO zombie game the day before gets hit with another massive delay over a pretty bizarre case of alleged trademark infringement. It's yeah.
So change it to the day after. Then there we go.
They can't do that because no, the day after was whoa. The day after
The Wednesday before.
No. The day after was actually a pretty popular movie back in the mid '80s, early '90s about when they launched nukes from Russia and everything. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a movie about that. So maybe that has something to do with it. Day after, people might be thinking it might be something related to that movie. I don't know. So that's the only thing I can think of.
Yes, that is actually what it is.
Get the fuck out of here! You're serious?
Yeah.
Shit, this single malt is working, man. Good.
I heard Tampax is going to launch an infringement on Redfall.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, you nailed it. It looks like yes, that is a trademark. Yeah. Wow. I mean,
Straight one up from Wize Old Gamer.
It must be either the weed or the
wait
malt.
to
One
end
of
the
the fucking shit, man. Who said drinking ain't good for you?
yeah. I heard that.
Whatever he
As
said.
long as it's not urine.
But yeah, we've been live for almost going on 1 hour and 45 minutes. So we're gonna head on out of here.
Whoa, Bobby, pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah, remember? We were supposed to talk about Dead Space Remake. Yes. Listen. If you want to just leave this in my lap and let me carry us all the way through the threshold, I'll do it for you. Just say it. I'll do it, Bobby.
Mr. Bushido, will you please tell us about Dead Space Remake coming out tomorrow?
Since you asked so kindly, of course I would. That was nice of you to ask. Anyway, so look.
See you boys
This
later.
morning, when I woke up, the first thing I wanted to do was look up reviews for it. The reviews were spankingly, and I do mean spankingly, impressive. I mean, just stupid impressive. 9s, 10s, and a lot of reviewers just falling over themselves like it was a Sony exclusive. And I was like, wow. And so one thing I have to say for the game that I did learn was I was hoping it had the real remake makeover thing, and coming to find out it did, the Resident Evil treatment. So instead of just putting UE4 over what we've already played before, redid everything. You got areas where you can float along. You can now control yourself with propel. You can propel yourself. There are levels that they added. I think they said they added a new monster or two. They had also added some areas where you have to make a decision on turn on the lights or turn off the air or something like that. The audio is magnificent. Even just listening to it on TV, it was just really good. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like in the headsets of the actual game. The game is gorgeous, of course, because it's UE5. And I think we got one new weapon. Yeah. So, but I'm just geeked up because I love anything sci-fi. But if anything, I love is sci-fi horror. The Thing, Aliens, stuff like that. I know I sound old naming those old movies, but these are the pinnacle inside of that genre, and you just don't get that often. You just don't get it that often at all. And this one looks spectacular, and I can't wait. If anything, if I've ever dropped a review video, I would drop a review video for this. Absolutely.
So when can we expect that video?
Well, I'm just saying if.
Oh. Okay.
We'll see. Well,
I'll tell you one thing. I am right there with Bushido. Like sci-fi horror, it's like deep space horror is like my favorite genre of movie, dude. Like I love any movie that involves like space and horror and intensity as some of my favorite movies and stuff. Dead Space was one of the few games on the 360 that was able to pull me away from playing multiplayer. I finished both of them. That game and BioShock were able to pull me away from it because I like both of them.
BioShock was excellent.
Yeah, and so Dead Space looks awesome. I had no, honestly, I feel like we're going to start seeing a change. Like after Dead Space and Jedi Fallen Survivor, I think, they're really kind of like, firing on all cylinders over there, especially once we get Survivor, Dead Space remake. It's going to be a great year. Like there's just so many good games and I'll be on Dead Space for sure.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Dude, that marketing campaign with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star sung in that really creepy voice. Oh my fucking God. It was as good as that Gears of War, what was that? What was that song that they played in Gears of War? It was almost gave me the same fucking vibes. Everyone knows the Gears of War song. That season.
Oh, I don't remember.
The original Gears of War, there was that all around me are those beautiful familiar faces. That song?
Oh yeah.
Same
all
thing.
around me is the wise old gamer, the perfect shamer.
That fucking thing, dude. I am a fucking PR whore, man. I am a PR guy's best dream. I love that fucking campaign. That campaign was fucking awesome with Twinkle, Twinkle. Oh my fucking God.
There's nothing like a good game campaign. I think one of the best ones I've ever seen was commercial was I think my favorite. Matter of fact, my favorite, the Destiny one for the Taken King. That was one of my favorites of all time.
Yes,
the three guys going to the moon and they're just talking to each other, having this grand old adventure. I thought it was great.
The old live action Destiny commercials were awesome, dude.
Yes,
I love them so much.
Yeah, they were absolutely fire.
People don't understand the value of hype anymore. Like when you get people ready because you get the PR systems going and you've got people pumped up and you got these advertising campaigns with the dead-on advertisement, and then you get the game and then you put it in your console of choice and then you start, oh my God. I mean, it's just like, it's that moment of fucking zen as a gamer. There's nothing that tops it. The only thing that tops that feeling is getting a new console. Apart from that, when you have that shit happen, I mean, that's like you're in gaming nirvana. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, I am pumped for it. I do have it pre-installed, ready to go as soon as I'm given.
I'm just saying. I'm just, I got to keep it a bean, and I'm just, I'm not feeling it from you right now. I don't know what's going on with you.
I got a lot going on, man.
You've eaten dairy, and and you're not. Dairy gives you, bloats you, so I understand that, but I just really would wish that you would stay away from dairy while you picking games, man.
And there went the rest of the panel. They are muted from the stream right now. You cannot hear them. The only person that you can hear is me. And no, I can't do that. Here, I'll give them back to you. There you go.
What the? Okay, this is the moment where we just end the fucking show and that's it.
No. But no, I am pumped for it. I just I thought it was getting late, and you are right. I did mention at the beginning of the show that we would be bringing that up. And while we're at it, hell, let's go for 3 hours. What? GoldenEye 007. GoldenEye 007. Who's going to be playing that this weekend?
Noof.
I already. Yes, I am.
So like a new game.
I'm here.
Playing what?
Here.
GoldenEye 007.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, possibly. I gotta see how much that game costs. Well, it's probably 30 fucking bucks.
I mean, are you gonna? Would you need to own that one?
Well, I still got to go and buy a copy because I don't have Game Pass, right?
Well, all you have to do is get Game Pass, and it'll be cheaper than the game.
I mean, you already pay for
Look at
Xbox
that.
Live
So-
Gold, right?
Yeah.
It's like $5 for added to it.
Then I got fucking me an auto discounted for my account every month. I hate that shit.
Ugh.
Called peer pressure, man. Don't give in. Don't give in. Stick to
Oh
your
yeah,
plan.
the agony.
I'll just get it on the
money.
Nintendo. I'll just get it on the Nintendo Switch. Fuck it.
He said.
So
It's gonna look just as good on the Nintendo. It's gonna look just as good on the Nintendo Switch. The fucking game is ancient anyway. It's got no textures.
You ain't
It's
kidding.
perfect with it. It's perfect for the Switch. It got no textures.
He's got a point.
so
I can't disagree with that either. Yeah.
And on the Switch, you have the luxury of playing it in glorious 10 frames per second, basically.
Yeah, you have to play almost alone, I guess.
Yeah, I'm used to playing with myself. What else is new?
But yeah, it's one of those old classic games. It's one of the very first games before
now
even
time-
Halo. Before even Halo, this game introduced us to
next
4-player
to-
split screen.
Oh, I do have
So,
rare.
it-
They're saying they get it for free if you got rare
Mhm.
replay. I do have
Who's
rare
the-
replay.
It
Really?
was the first.
Mhm.
It was the first FPS game in a home console.
I thought it was Doom. What
Let me
Doom?
ask you this. No, first
Doom
person-
was on PC.
Oh, yeah, but
was
right.
the
What
first
about
one,
Doom 64?
It was the first with a 4-player co-op on a console.
Hmm.
It
But
was the
next-
first with a 4
So next Tuesday, we finally get to see Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Finally on Xbox. And I got to tell you, I'm really fucking scared. Because I've seen what they've done with the little wheel that comes up in the middle of the screen to make it work on the controller, and how
Don't play
you,
it.
if you've got any available units and you go to build something, those available units are automatically pulled to go build it. And wow.
Don't play
yeah.
it. As an RTS person, yeah, you do not play RTSs with a gamepad. Period. I mean,
Yeah, I've been
no,
playing-
That is not an opinion. It's a fact.
I've been playing through them on my PC. That's one of the only kind of games I play on my PC are my real-time strategy games. That goes for Star Wars, Empire at War, all the Command and Conquers, all the Halo Wars, all the Age of Empires. They're on my PC. I play them there.
I found them unplayable. I mean, even back in the day when they tried to port StarCraft 64 on the Nintendo 64, that was a shit show as well. You can't. There's nobody who's figured out how to make a competent RTS using a gamepad. You just can't.
And Halo Wars is about as close as it came. To be totally honest, Halo Wars was really close.
And you would still be owned by somebody.
So I can see I'm
But
alone on.
you'd still be owned with somebody playing it on PC.
Well, just
Yeah.
for the record, I'll also come out. I could give literally two shits about Age of Empires. I could care. You could put it on a mashed potato for all I care. I'd still never play it.
And that's why we love you so much, Noof, is your extreme varied opinion on topics. That's why we love you. That's why we asked you to be a part of this shit show.
Everybody's like, "What games does Noof actually fucking like?" Jesus.
We
The only games that allow him to play with himself, that's all.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. Pornhub and VR has ruined me. Sorry.
All right. At the 2-hour mark now, Mr. Bushido, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Or can we
Nope.
sign off? Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I used to play with myself with my left hand side of the restraining order.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. All right. I am just going to go right down the list as you see it on your screen. Mr. Fabio, tell people where they can find you.
Hey, how did Fabio get up top?
It's alphabetical order on Discord, sir.
He likes it on top.
Not buying that.
Fucking European, they want to be on top all the time.
What do you mean? I'm not European. I'm from Brazil. God damn it.
But European in Brazil, right? Technically European in Brazil.
Europe is in Brazil, right?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know
Okay.
about European, but I'll
teacher,
be a
not a
peeing in the
soccer.
bathroom in a second.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Up
Okay,
here,
so
yeah.
I'm a math teacher, not a
you
geography
can
teacher, damn it.
Oh gosh.
for fuck's sake. So you can find me on Twitter as FBOAmorim97. You can find me as well on Xbox as BuffonLizard8. You can find me on the XBL Party Podcast YouTube channel, as well as you can find me here on the Game Set Live podcast.
All right, Mr. Bushido, where can people find you other than the imposter that sounds like you on the Xbox Infinite podcast? Where can people find the real Bushido?
I was gonna broach that subject. That I noticed that someone of that ilk was inside of our chat, and I just have to say one thing, Umbra. Hey. So anyway,
How's it going, how's it going? Yeah.
so the you can find me on the Xboxes and the PlayStations and the Twitter. The same thing, Mr. Bushido and Seven. You'll catch me this weekend playing nothing but Dead Space, and maybe a little Wize Wi-Fi, that Wi-Fi game. So that's it. Yeah, you got me.
All right. I heard you. Now, Mr. Noof Nukem. Where can people find you at, sir?
First of all, if I want to play some Dead Space, I can just go up and spend some time between the wife's legs.
Jesus, Noof.
Yeah.
At least it's between the wife's legs, not between my own legs.
Anyway, you guys can find me Nukem pretty much everywhere when I'm not hanging out with these cast of characters on Game Set Live. You can find me on Sunday morning hosting my own show called Good Morning Xbox, which is 9 a.m. Eastern on my YouTube channel. This week we have the incredible, amazing community supporter, which is Wilmy Hood. Yeah, he's kind of come back, made a little bit of a resurgence.
Right.
Good old Wilmy, baby. Yep. So looking forward to have a Wilmy. Of course, we're going to pretty much talk about everything you kind of heard here tonight. So if you already heard my opinions on this show, things won't change for Sunday. But yeah, I'll feed you the same line of shit over there. And hopefully you'll come on and join me for that. And at least come over and hear what the rest of my panel has got to say. They're a little bit less, what do you call it? Opinionated, I guess, than me. So yeah, it's all good. But had a lot of fun. This was a good show. Great panel as always. And, of course, it's always good to hang out with Wise Old Gamer. He and I are kind of alike in a lot of ways. But anyway, it was fun times, and we'll catch you all soon.
All right. Hey, shout out to MacBound that just made it into the chat. Said he's sorry he's late. That's all right, brother. I'm glad you made it at all.
Missed anyway.
Damn.
What?
Just MacBound. Just rewind and watch. We got some pretty nice little eye candy video that I cut from the Dev Direct. Check it out; it's pretty nice. And hear about all the hate Redfall got. Jeez.
Oh, they read it, not me.
And finally, KY had to flash his tits.
Nobody was as pumped as I was. I was so disappointed. Power Man 4K.
I'm hyped for that game.
Power Man 4K, where can people find you?
You can find me here on Thursdays, and you can find me on Twitter. If you can't find me right away, just make sure you look at your nearest and dearest Sony Pony. I'm probably in that thread with him somewhere. So that's where you'll find me, man. Good show.
And you can also find him on Xbox sometimes. I witnessed firsthand him kicking ass on Fortnite. He made me look bad. Really.
You guys are a great team, though. I've been on the nice end of being on the same team with you guys and watch you two work.
Yeah, well, he's the yin to my yang.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our esteemed special guest this evening, the Wise Old Gamer, Sir plug yourself here. Where can people
The
find
name
you?
is false advertisement.
Oh, damn. Fuck.
How do you know I have anal beads to plug myself? I'm just kidding. Anyhow, yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Wize with Z. Please don't follow me if you get your panties in a ruffle really easy. Please, 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 please. I do not want hate DMs because I really don't read the DMs anyways. PlayStation, Xbox with a Z. Again, there is this one guy actually mimicking my account. Like, how fucking pathetic are you? I'm a fucking math teacher in Alabama, so if you're mimicking me, how pathetic is your life? Anyhow, yeah, Wise Old Gamer with a Z. You can also find me on Friday nights with the Order of Disorder with Doomsayers Network at 6:15 p.m. Eastern. So, and Sundays whenever we get that thing going. Yeah.
I think I'm on the podcast with you guys tomorrow night, actually.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Look
The
at
Spooky
Noof
Sprocket
making
show on
moves.
Wednesday nights at 8:00. Yes. Spooky Sprocket show.
The backlog bastards.
Yes.
And
I nickname every show, so
Huh?
in case someone didn't know.
Yeah? Really?
The local massage parlor. So.
No idea. And this is your host, KY Bob. You can catch me on Xbox, PlayStation. Still don't have any friends on Steam or EA Origins to play my real-time strategy games with, so look me up. You can also catch me here every Thursday hosting this band of misfit co-hosts that I have on Game Set Live, where the games matter and not the platforms you enjoy them on. Everybody have a good night, have a good weekend, stay safe, and game on. It is looking bright for 2023.